couldn't tell how much... Oh, okay. How much of a difference the raw damage was doing. The thing that was... With like, the normal sword swings, the thing that seemed the most noticeable was that the poison was a pretty good counter to his life regeneration. That part seemed noticeable. Okay. So, now, we got his key. I don't know if that was technically supposed to be opening this area here, because I did not check the main hut before this. That's ironic that a werewolf has a silver ingot. Okay. Margaret? Oh, that's you. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say, who is that? Oh, we might have learned more.
Wonder whose.
Hold on. If we had read this in advance, perhaps? Let's see. I am who I am. Ah, okay. Him admitting it, perhaps. I am who I am. I can't change that. Shirts woven of parsley and potions made of virgin's tears might work in old wives' tales and in The Witcher 1, but not for me. It is time to come to terms with it. With Hannah's love and iron discipline, I have found a way to manage, but I must remember to hide in the woods before the full moon arises. Go somewhere far from others, far from Hannah. The attack comes and then passes. I wake up with wounds on my hands and the taste of blood in my mouth. Perhaps it is for the best that I don't remember. Okay, so the werewolf is obviously still intelligent, although the fact that he doesn't remember what happened when he's a werewolf, that's a little odd. Hard to tell exactly what carries over and what doesn't. Because in that conversation we had earlier, it seemed as though, he knew who Hannah was, which I would have thought if he doesn't remember anything, he would not even acknowledge or understand who Hannah was. Killing prey with bow and arrow is one thing. To tear it apart with fang and claw, at least here, deep in the woods, I won't hurt any people. Merciful Militelli. Watch over any who stray too close. Okay. Wait, I think there was one other note of some variety that we may have missed there. Okay, that's this one. We've read this. Stoneworker's note. Have we read this? I don't think so. And these are all showing stars on them, but I'm pretty sure we have read most of them. It's a little misleading. Have we read this? 20 block? Yeah, we've read this. Why are you doing this, game? Trying to make me go insane. We've even read that. Definitely read the missing Michael. Or Mikael one. I think it was Michael. Okay. Hunting trousers. More silver. Maybe it's him trying to combat the lycanthropy. That could potentially be it. That might be good armor. I have no idea. Wolf's liver? And this guy either has a sick sense of humor. 50 leather straps. But... okay, it is definitely a good thing that we decided to ultimately go in here. You just don't want to talk to us at this point. Is that correct? That seems to be correct. Okay. Oh! Almost missed this. More silver. Which I assume is fairly valuable. Given how silver swords are going to be important to us as a Witcher, I would think that might be a crafting material on several occasions that we might find ourselves wanting. Now, I'm continuing to go north, which is not really the direction in which we want to go, because that is away from civilization. Hello, Drowners. But I saw you guys. I was curious. Come on, get over here. Okay. One more, I believe. Hello, friend. Oopsie-do. And I would have thought that you would drop something, but unfortunately, this is not the case. Your friend, however, has a brain, so that'll be fine. Except all the indicators on those plants are throwing me off. Okay. Tongues and eyeballs. Lovely. Just lovely stuff. Theoretically, there are more drowners over here, but I don't think there's any reason to go out into the water. Because as we were previously establishing, maybe you can go there, but I kind of doubt it. And I think we ought to head back and... I mean, that's the main quest, I think. Is actually arguably closer, is probably closer than Blackbow at the moment. Wasn't necessarily looking to do the main quest right now, because it seemed like we were definitely still looking at many other side quests that were things we could do. I think that is likely still the case. So let's head south. There is loot here somewhere. It's not that, it is that. Yeah, because there was at least one or two other quests of similar level that we were saying we might want to do next. And I don't know location-wise where they are. So 6, that we're level 6 right now. That's probably a good one, and then maybe Thou Shalt Not Pass after that. Take a quick look at Witcher contracts, maybe the 10 after that. Treasure Hunt 17 might be a little tough, and also that's in Novigrad rather than Velen. Oh, as is... Oh... These are... 7, at least, is in Novigrad. Defender of the Faith is in Velen. So let's do this one next, I think. Ask Dolores about the monsters in her manor. Okay. That is back in Blackbow. And that was the one where we were talking to her a little while ago. And she was saying how... Well, she wanted us to help her out, and I was reluctant to do so. I was concerned that we might have started to attract a little too much attention, go a little too far down that route, when I knew that we would not be able to immediately... You are quick. We would not be able to start that quest immediately thereafter. So much for Quen. Did stun that wolf there, though. Even if we do lose Quen immediately, with our new upgrades, there is still a purpose to it. Now, Gerald, if you could keep the sword out, axe out. Alright, these guys are axe enemies. Technically not monsters. Is that a wolf or... Oh, that was the warg. It's like, that does not look like the same color. For a second, I thought that might have been a person. The wolves get to somebody? Alright, maybe we try going a slightly different route. See if we happen to come across anything interesting in the forest along the way back. Hidden things that are not currently known to us. That might be... Oh? Might be helpful if, say, we were to find things of this sort. Alchemy pace. Not sure how many, if any, of those we have gotten thus far. Assuming that's a large pack of wolves, based on the number of signals that I'm seeing there. That certainly is. Okay. Question that you're gonna hate me for. But, theoretically, if we really wanted to... Oh, these are neckers, not wolves. Interesting. Could we deliberately fight enemies that one would normally fight with a steel weapon, instead using a silver weapon in order to reap the benefits from the juice experience that we have on our current silver weapon? Obviously, we'd be dealing less damage, so this is mostly just out of curiosity type thing. Not to suggest that we actually ought to do that, but it seems like it'd be possible. That was unpleasant. Well, there are more. In fact, there are a lot more. And some of them are coming straight for us. Sure, I was ready to start looting them. It is definitely rather disturbing when they start moving after death. Now, I think that might be all of them. Like that. And now, we stockpile on mutagens. Or necker claws and eyes and whatnot. I like the green mutagens, though, because they are the vitality ones. And we don't have as many of those. Might have only just gotten enough to craft one of the greater mutagens, although it's going to take some intermediary steps, perhaps. Yep. Can do it. So it is mostly a question of whether we think it is better than using a greater blue mutagen, which is what we currently have. We go here. Do we have a preference between 20%? Wait, why are we getting 20% sign intensity listed there? Oh, does it synergize with exploding shield? Because it's blue with blue? Is that a thing? Oh, that might be a thing. In which case, if we get level 8, and we put, say, a green skill here, and we put the greater green mutagen, then we might get double the effect on that as well. We'll get 300 vitality out of it. That might be worth putting some thought into. I wasn't really looking very closely at the green options in terms of skills. Maybe that's reason enough to do that. Goodbye, Nectar. Like this. Looks interesting. Obviously drowners. And something over here that I cannot currently see.
How you like that silver?
I swear. It's like Geralt knows, specifically when we are not using silver weapons, and then decides to say that comment. I feel like when we're going against these weak enemies, I would prefer to just switch to an Igni, which I might have accidentally just swapped out of. But basically just go to Igni and one-shot most of them. Do the drowners chase after the deer? Looks like they are. And the wolves we've definitely seen do that. This might be the first time we've seen drowners do that, though. Oh, and... okay, there are wild dogs. Unfortunately, on that occasion... oh, wild dogs are attacking the drowners, actually? Ooh, that is not what I expected. Okay. Get incinerated, bro. So theoretically, now that we have put that blue skill next to the blue mutagen, we are getting greater sign intensity on, I assume, every sign than we had before. That's a nice little boost. Unexpected. Assuming this is probably the last wild dog. Yeah. Ooh. Didn't really stand a chance. Now, are you guys actually guarding anything over here? Or are you just a random group of monsters? Oh, it is guarding treasure. Good, good. And will we trip? No. Geralt jumped over the candlestick. Also got beat up by a drowner. Oh. Where did you come from? And that was moderately disgusting. You seem more aggressive than the other drowners, even though you're the same level. You were slightly different coloration. I don't know if this was a coincidence or not. Sodden note. Oh, and lots of stuff. Okay, let's read the note. Dear Vesey, we couldn't afford to pay ourselves and Patrick, so we've sent the young lad to you. I know things are tough your way, too. That you're 3 tykes of your own. So know that if I don't have to, I'd not ask this of you. But here in Velen, well, you wouldn't believe if I told you. Please care for Patrick like your own son. I'll come back for him as soon as the war's over. 1,000 thanks. Anna! Oh, we recognize that name. Yes, Patrick's got a sack of coin in his bags, enough to pay his guide what we agreed on. Shouldn't have to add anything of your own. P.S. Too many P's. Patrick's afraid of the dark. If you can, leave a candle burning by his bed. Oh? There might be some pretty solid stuff here. Take a closer look in just a second. Once we are certain we have looted everything. Highwayman's notes. We'll just swap around all the consonants in that word, why don't we? And they said crime doesn't pay. Ha! Never heard greater rubbish in my life. It pays like mad. We took so much loot from that old sod that we won't drink it all up in a year's time. Not even if we down Mahakam spirit like it's water and chase it with dry white from Beauclair. Some might blather nonsense about the gods punishing us and whatnot. I'm too old to believe in fairy tales. Well, next stop, Novigrad. We'll sell what we took and live like kings. Oh, we're overburdened now. We do have the strong back ability that we theoretically could swap to. We are not currently using it, but we have it stockpiled. And that is probably what we ought to do. So at least at the moment, we are not currently in combat. And what do we swap out? Vitality, Gourmet. I suppose the Vitality? Now, oh, hold on. Actually need to put you there. And now, let's see. The stuff that we just picked up, is it worth it? So I suppose, probably should check this first. If it's junk, then we could just drop it and move on. Oh, we probably should have sold this. I think we were, 0% quality, or 0% durability. I think at one point in time, this was our weapon, and then it dropped down to 0, and we swapped out our steel sword for the steel axe that we're currently using. So that was an example of a time when it seemed like it was worthwhile to swap weapons rather than pay for repair cost. Oh, we can now equip an upgraded crossbow. Get out of here, junk crossbow that I hate. Wait, it's 4 to 6 damage plus 101% attack power versus 5 to 7 damage and 117% attack power. Don't exactly think it's going to be wowing us with how much better it is. This one is slightly better, but takes a few more levels before we can start using it. Thought it was armor mostly, though, that we just picked up that might have been of interest. Like this, I think, was one of those pairs of armor. Not quite as good in terms of the armor roll. The resistances, I feel like that's probably higher than what we're using. Hunting gauntlets, definitely better. Let's swap there. Might have something to do with the low quality on that pair of gloves we were using, but at the same time, if that's the reason, then so be it. It's still better, at least for now. We can assess later if we think it's worth doing any other repairs. These boots certainly look like they're better. Yeah, certainly look like they're better than our existing pair of boots, other than the fact that our existing pair of boots, well, they have lots of resistances and 2 relic spots that we've not yet used. So if we were to use those relic slots, then we might be able to, or relic slots? Glyphs slots, more like. Then presumably we would be, these might still be better. Not sure how aggressively we want to burn through all those glyphs at this point. Hangman's Alley. Oh. Uh-oh. Found something.
Be gone. Reaper's the only one he'll talk to now.
What did
What's
this
up?
man do to you?
Him? Nothing. Appeared in the village, looking to trade his ring for some bread.
But we've no food, none, because of the black
Okay.
ones. Trampled our fields, raided our granaries, burnt our orchards. So instead of bread, he'll get a noose.
Please, good folk, do you not have ears? I did not want this war. I have deserted to go home to my wife and child. Take everything I have, but spare my life.
Okay, so he's a deserter. He was an Nilfgaardian, so these guys are mad at him. But he's saying he's a deserter, so he's not actually siding with the Nilfgaardians anymore, therefore you should show mercy. If we were a Nilfgaardian, we would say that that's betrayal of the highest order and that you should be punished for it. But I think if we're being decent human beings, then we should probably let him go.
Let him go.
Oh, sure. And maybe
These
give
guys
him some
probably aren't going to be
fixings for the
terribly
journey.
happy with us for
Saddle
saying
up
that.
a horse for him.
Black ones showed us no mercy. We show them none in return.
We tried.
Tried it the nice way. Gotta try something different.
We are hitting the skeleton, of all things. Don't you dare hit me with a pipe. We know how that went once upon a time. That is, quite gruesome. Well, free now, buddy.
Thank you. If you had not come,
If I'd not come, only one man would have died.
True.
Really going back to your wife?
yes. She bore a child just before the war started. A girl. I named her Beatrice after her grandmother. Why? Why did you help me?
I mean, yes. I guess that.
Lynch mobs. Nothing good ever comes of them. Now go. Stay off the high roads and give any villages a wide berth until you cross the Aruga.
Alright. We done it. We saved the guy. Now, granted, as we were saying, was maybe not the most peaceful of ways to save the guy, and ultimately, more people are no longer with us than would have been the case if we had just ignored or let this happen. But still, they were definitely being quite unreasonable in a very bad way. Trying to hang that guy. Ooh, treasure. This you're referring to? Traveler, beware of pirates. Their camps dot the coast like murderous pustules. A well-wisher. Where's this monstrous treasure? That's a Path of Exile thing. Hidden treasure. Water-damaged letter. I know you don't smuggle no more. That you've set aside plenty of coin and ain't interested in the risk. Just want to enjoy time with your wife and kiddies. But I gotta ask you a favor. We gotta move one more load, and it's the last, I promise. It's always the last. It's a simple job. A couple of chests, risks minimal, and the rewards substantial. Please, do it. Not for the gold, then at least for old time's sake. First. Sunken treasure. I am curious where that is. Does it even show up here? Treasure hunts? Sunken treasure? Does say 4. It says Novigrad. Are we technically in Novigrad now rather than Velen? Like once we cross that river? I thought Novigrad was in the north. And that we are still in Velen now? There is a way to quickly confirm. Dolores is in Velen. Yes, we are in Velen. So that is theoretically a little ways away then to go on that treasure hunt. Ultimately, would be a nice thing to do, but Yeah, and the scavenger hunts we saw earlier are also a bit of a high level for us. Surprised that's only level 4, given at this stage, I would have thought that most things would be harder than that. It's mostly the distance would be the reason why I would turn that down at this stage. I'm assuming that is more or less in the opposite direction of where we are looking to explore further. Persons in distress? Over here. Okay. I was gonna say, if we keep on exploring, we'll run into some of this stuff. Okay, you're just a 5. You guys are easy to take care of. Hoping we would get more than one with that. Excuse me, sir. Please do not block my attacks. That is rude. We have low HP. Hold on. I did not heal after the previous fight, apparently. You are the leader. You were the leader. You have a shield. Will not do. So I'm just gonna beat your shield into smithereens, and then eventually you might stop trying to use it. So like, he has that yellow bar, the off yellow bar below his life bar, that was going down every time I hit him, even when he was blocking it. This guy has the yellow bar as well, but it's not going down. I assume that that is some kind of... Oh, that was silly. I thought that we had Quen on for some reason, rather than Igni, and obviously Igni was not doing anything in that circumstance.
Too late to surrender.
Hey, dude. Does shield block this? It does! Joke's on me! I've seen this before. Alright, well... You didn't want to make this easy. One moment, please. There we go. Okay. I believe this person is now safe.
One of them's got a key.
You're probably right. That is generally the case. It is probably the leader. Mostly junk in terms of the items they're dropping, or the weapons they have, rather. I assume those oils are probably a base that we can use for crafting some oils, which is definitely something that could be quite useful to us at some point. Steel short sword. I don't know if we've ever seen a steel short sword without a location name in addition to that, so that may be good. It may be terrible. I'm not sure. I'm kind of curious, though. Not great. Let's drop it. Technically, we are using the strong back at the moment, so we could take almost basically everything here if we wanted to. But I think that we should probably repair stuff as well. We should act on the assumption that, like, I shouldn't have picked that up, that we should be only picking things up that we would normally choose to keep. So, like, this Velen longsword is basically worthless. Yeah, we could hold on to it while we have the strong back in effect and get a little bit of coins from selling that to somebody, but on the assumption that at some point we will want to change back and remove strong back in favor for vitality one, then we probably... What else? Fizz-tech. Uh-oh. Lots of Fizz-tech. Well, it seems these guys are Fizz-tech traders. We probably want to not act on the assumption that we will always be using strong back, is basically what I'm saying. Because if we do that, then we're going to always have too much weight for us to turn it off, and then we're going to feel like we're stuck always using strong back when we have other abilities that are... Oh, I did not mean to pick that up. I meant to instead do that. With other abilities that we'd probably rather use instead, like the vitality one at the moment, and in the future we'll probably get better ones as well. I'm assuming these maces are not good. Yeah. Terrible. That was the case in the past. Ew. Junk. Junk, but can do something with it. Not junk. You know, we're taking our sweet time, freeing the guy, but we're just gonna make sure that he is appreciative. He's gonna think it over, and, ooh, he's gonna realize that he really needs us. And we didn't have to free him, but we're choosing to. We're good people. We're gonna make sure he has a long enough time to think about that, but he doesn't take it for granted. He's gotta know. I think that's almost everything, if not everything. Oh no? Did we check these out and these were just not good? Oh, that's useful stuff. That's very useful stuff. Oh, these are the guys we took out earlier. Okay. Oh, and that. And its notes. Almost missed that. The Nilfgaardians must have coin coming out their bums. They buy every peasant I capture, no matter if he's lame, cross-eyed, or dumb as a rotten stump. Never haggle, neither. They need folk for the silver mine, they say. No one ever lasts more than 2 months there anyway, so every hand helps. Fine by me. Business is good. Only thing worrying me is that soon I'll have caught all the peasants around. Then it will all sell. Okay, so that presumably is what the intention was for this guy. I think the remaining loot that we see are all things that we deliberately chose not to take because they were drunk.
Thank ye, master. You saved my life.
I did not think you said master.
Which you give us a holler. I'll shave ye and shear ye for free.
Okay. Free haircuts? Yeah. Worthwhile. Okay. So now, after getting a little bit off the beaten path there, let's see. Well, we actually, wow, we went fair ways south when we hugged the coastline there, and are just as far south as Blackbow, if not even further, but we went way west as well. If we follow this path here and go north, theoretically there is a little bit of a hut. I don't remember if we checked that out or not, but it might have something for us. It's probably just this right here. Oh? Abandoned site. Here is, yes.
Come on.
Some not so good people over here. Oh, I forgot. I keep on forgetting which side we have active. That guy is just stunned for all eternity, it seems. And that guy had quite the scream when we took him out. I think he's still screaming. Alright, now people come back. Nice. Oh, and that's enough for a level. Area has been liberated. Very nice. We got a 150 experience for that? What? Limestone also sounds cool, but why was that 150 experience? That just feels like that was not worth that much. Ooh, what is this? Baby brother, I got your letter. Children are healthy, thank you. Little Ratclate's not so little anymore. He's almost as tall as my shoulder. It's sweet as ever. But enough small talk. I'm so glad you were able to return to your own home. I'm worried, though. Are you sure those pirates have gone away for good? Yup. Well, we know what happened. Best have eyes in the back of your head, and don't burn any lights at night, so that no one cruising the coast can spy you. Your Lessica. Yeah. I think they burned some things at night. If I had to guess. Or the pirates just took note and came back. Rusty Nilfgaardian sword is presumably no good. Not sure if we've actually seen Nilfgaardian labels on swords before. The fact that it is rusty implies that it is probably no good. Hatchets have actually been okay. We might currently be using just a plain and simple hatchet as our steel weapon. So I was a little tempted to check it out. That? Nope. Anything by the shoreline? Doesn't seem
Winds howling.
Oh. Okay. So apparently that means extreme weather is to come soon. Yep, that is not the way out of here. And what ought we do next? Should we continue exploring this general area? We head back. Maybe Hangman's Alley, teleport to Blackbow. Head east from there. Maybe check out this question mark. Something like that. And when we're in Blackbow, we can talk more to Dolores about her manor. Oh yeah, we should probably do that. We know that is a thing. Okay, so we're looking to go east. Yeah, this way. Come on, Roach. That girl.
Faster.
Okay. So this is probably Blackbow we're seeing on the horizon here. We've been through this very pleasant area before?
Slower.
No, because we've never been to the west of Blackbow until now. This might also be worth a little bit further investigation. Pickaxe. Not sure if we've seen any of those. What is... This is also a fast travel location. Oh, that's the Hangman's Alley. Okay, so we have been here. Yes. I'm a little curious if there's anything else over here other than the conflict we saw before. Some backstabbing cowards have deserted Crow's Perch and now prowl these lands in small bands of a few yellow-bellied cutthroats each. Travelers passing through, keep on your guard. Might that mean we could potentially find additional bandits? If we were to continue going in this direction, well, we do ultimately want to head east. So as interested as I am in checking that stuff out, I think now is not currently the time. You guys, are you friendly? Are you not friendly? You are not friendly. Okay, hold on. We, I believe, can make this a little interesting. Doing some stuff like that. Knock him off the horse. Granted, pretty sure he did still hit us, but he is no more. All of your meats are belong to us. Thought you had friends. What is this? What? It's like a sacrificial altar? I wonder if maybe we will be learning more about that sometime in the future. Perhaps. This is an awfully humongous road. Seems it is technically the main road leading into Blackbow. You presumably, yes, are innocent civilians, not bandits. They're trying to fight us. Let us find Dolores. We even looked at these buildings over here, though. I'm sure if we've been in this. Well, we must have been in this part of town, right? I see the blacksmith over there. It might have just all been locked. Maybe. No, I think we've... have we been here? It is glowing. As is this. Oh, apparently not. I have no idea. Those... What, hops? Are any good? We're trying to brew some beer? Can't loot that, despite it glowing.
Scraps, give us a tail.
Which one?
Oh, sorry.
Fairy or the
Give me a little push. There's the blacksmith. Oh, we should put away our axe. Don't think there are technically any guards here. At least not at the moment, but probably not leaving the best impression. Lords is apparently in this area. Oh, well, here are the guards. Wait, what? Why is she over here? Do we have the right quest track? Is she not in town? Ask the lords about the monsters in the man. Oh, she's in Linden Vale. She's not in Blackbow. That's why. That would have been a very long walk. No wonder.